Introduction. So for the first company, which is SIME Plantation. So SIME Plantation Berhad is the headquartered in Malaysia, one of the largest palm oil producers globally, with origin tracing back in 1910. So the company evolved significantly following the 2007 merger of SIME DARBY, Country and Golden Hope, forming a global plantation leader listed on Bursa Malaysia in 2017. Operating in Malaysia, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, the Solomon Island, and Liberia, it is a major contributor to the Malaysian economy, producing millions of tons of crude palm oil annually. So known for its commitment to sustainability, it is a prominent member of the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil (RSPO) and invests heavily in R&D to enhance agricultural productivity and sustainability. Despite facing environment and social security, SIME Plantation continues to focus on responsible agricultural practice, community engagement, and corporate social responsibility initiative, aiming to balance growth with sustainability and maintain its industry leadership. Genting Plantation Berhad, established in 1980 and a subsidiary of the Genting Group, is the leading agribusiness company in Malaysia, focusing on oil palm cultivation and the production of crude palm oil and palm kernel. Operating primarily in Malaysia and Indonesia, the company has diversified into property development and biotechnology through its subsidiary ACGT, emphasizing high yield and disease-resistant oil palm varieties. Listed on Bursa Malaysia, Genting Plantation is a significant revenue contributor to the Genting Group, known for its production efficiency and strong financial performance. As a member of the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil (RSPO), the company is committed to sustainability, addressing environmental and social challenges such as deforestation and labor rights. Genting Plantation invests heavily in R&D and engage in various corporate social responsibility initiatives, including education, healthcare, and infrastructure development in rural communities. Moving forward, the company aims to enhance its sustainability practice, expand its global market presence, and innovation agricultural practice to balance growth with environment and social responsibility.
Liquidity ratio. I choose the current ratio, net working capital, and cash ratio for the liquidity ratios. For SIME Plantation, current ratio, the formula for the current ratio is current asset divided by current liabilities. In the year 2023, the calculation is equal C7 divided by C8. The answer is 1.2961 times, while in the year 2022 equal to D7 divided by D8. The answer is 1.2493 times. The current ratio for SIME Plantation in 2022 is 1.2493 times and increases in 2023 to 1.2962 times. Both years show good performance since it is more than one. It shows that the company has the ability to meet its short-term obligation, thereby improving its overall financial health and ability to cover immediate financial commitments. Next, net working capital formula is current asset minus current liabilities. In the year 2023, the calculation is equal to C10 minus C11. The answer is 1,418,448 ringgit, while in the year 2022 equal to D10 minus D11. The answer is 1,340,589 ringgit. Net working capital for SIME Plantation is in 2022 is 1,340,589 ringgit and increases in 2023 to 1,418,448 ringgit. Both years show good performance since it is a positive value. Positive net working capital indicates that the company had more than enough current asset to cover its current liabilities, affirming the firm's liquidity and financial soundness in the short term. Lastly, the current ratio formula is cash and cash equivalents divided by current liabilities. In the year 2023, C equal to C13 divided by C14 in brackets N times with 100 So the answer is 17.33% both years. While in the year 2022 equal to D13 divided by D14 in brackets and times with 100. The answer is 12.04 times. 12.04%. Cash ratio for SIME plantation in 2022 is 12.04% and increases in 2023 to 17.33%. Both years show good performance since it is more than one. It indicates that the company will be able to pay off its current liabilities with cash and cash equivalents and have funds left over. Next, for the Genting plantation, the formula for the current ratio is the current asset divided by current liabilities, same as the SIME plantation. So in the year 2023, the calculation is equal to C21 divided by C22. The answer is 1.8783 times, while in the year 2022 equal to D21 divided by D22. The answer is 2.1522 times. Current ratio for Genting plantation in 2022 is 2.1522 times and decreases in 2023 to 1.8783 times. Both years show good performance since it is more than one. Although there is a decrease in 2023, the company still can continue to possess sufficient current asset to meet its short-term obligation. Next, the net working capital formula is current asset minus current liabilities. In the year 2023, the calculation is equal to C24 minus C25. The answer is 882,369 ringgit, while in the year 2022, D24 minus D23. The answer is 1,318,623 ringgit. Net working capital for Genting plantation in 2022 is 1,318,623 and decreases in 2023 to 882,369. Both years show good performance since it is a positive value. Despite a decrease in the 2023, positive net working capital indicates that the company had more than enough current asset to cover its current liabilities, affirming the firm's liquidity and financial soundness in the short term. Lastly, the cash ratio formula is cash and cash equivalent divided by current liabilities. In the year 2023 is equal to C27 divided by C28 in brackets and times with 100. So the answer is 104.38%, while in the year 2022 is equal to D27 divided by D28 in brackets and times with 100. The answer is 137.69%. Cash ratio for Genting plantation in 2022 is 137.68% and decreases in 2023 to 104.38%. Both years show good performance since it is more than one. Despite a decrease in 2023, it indicates that the company will be able to pay off its current liability with cash and cash equivalents at hand and have funds left over. That's all for the liquidity ratio.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Shafika binti Jamali, and now I'm going to show to you how you calculate the leverage ratio in by using the Excel. Okay, the first thing in the leverage ratio, you must know what kind of the types of ratio in the leverage ratio that you want to do. Okay, so like I choose a total debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and equity ratio. It's the same goes with DARBY and the Genting plantation. Okay, so what kind of the formula it is? So the total debt ratio is the total debt divide with total asset. Debt to equity ratio is total debt divide with total equity. Equity ratio is total equity divide with total assets. So how I know about the ratio and this formula, I have been looked in the chapter 7 in the FIN 535 and 534. Okay, so I have been put the figure total debt and total asset in this table. Where I get this figure is I get from the annual report, and then I also get this from the data of the signed Derby plantation and then the Genting plantation. So here is what I have been put the figure in each tables in each cells. Okay, how to calculate is you must equal, and then you open the bracket, and then you click the total debt, you divide, and then you click again with total asset, and you close the bracket and you multiply with 100. Why 100? Because the total debt ratio must be in percentage. So go with this one, and then you open the bracket and you click and you divide and you click again and you close the bracket and you multiply with 100. Okay, from the total debt ratio, as you can see, which one is better in the year 2023 or year 2022? Yes, year 2023 is a more better because the better one is must be less figure than another year. Okay, because of what? Because it is indicates to reduce a reliance on debt and lowering a financial risk. Okay, the next is a debt to equity ratio. Same goes, you equal, you open the bracket, you click, and then you click again without the equity, you close the bracket, and then you multiply with 100. And then same. I must be sorry. Okay, multiply with 100. Okay, so from the debt to equity ratio, as you can see, which one is better? Yes, it's a year 2023. Because of what? Because in year 2023 have a less figure than year 2022. Uh, what's the why? What the reason it is? Because the less dependency on debt, because the figure of the year 2023 is show the less dependency on debt and reducing a financial strain and interest cost. Okay, the next is the equity ratio. So equal, and then you open the bracket and you click and then you divide or over, and then you close the bracket and you multiply with 100 and you enter. Same goes equal, and then you divide and you click, and you divide and you multiply with 100. Okay, so same, right? You can look. If you don't know, if you think the figure is quite suspicious, you can look at this, the formula bar, so you can know, have you add a zero or you less zero, right? Okay, so for the equity ratio, which one is better? Yes, it's a year 2023 because the better one is must have a higher figure. Because of why? Because in the case a conservative approach with less reliance on debt financing. Okay, so we have done with sign W plantation. How about we calculate the genting plantation? Okay, so you equal. Remember, you equal. You open the bracket. You click. You divide, and you click again. You close the bracket and you multiply with 100. Single with one. And, okay, I must be fast. Okay, alright. Multiply with 100. Okay, which one is better? Yes, it's a year 2023 because of what? Because the year 2023 have a less figure than year 2022 because it is show the less figure is show the reduce debt reliance and lowering the financial risk. Okay, next is the debt to equity ratio. Open the bracket, equal, open the bracket, click over and click again and then close the bracket, multiply with 100. And say go with this one. Okay, remember you need to equal, you need to open the bracket, you need to put, you need to click again, and then you multiply with 100. And then, okay, which one is better in the debt equity ratio? Yes, it is a year 2023 again because the better one is must have a less figure and year 2023 I have a less figure than year 2022. Why? Because it is reflects the less dependency on debt and reducing a financial strain and interest cost. Okay, next is equal. Remember equal bracket and then over and then click it with the test and then you multiply with 100. Okay, okay, all right, click again and divide and click again and multiply with 100. Okay, so in the equity ratio, which one is better? Yes, it is the year 2023 because of what? Because the figure of the year 2023 is higher than year 2022 and is indicates a conservative approach and implying the financial stability and conservative management. Also, it is show the minimizing use of a debt for asset funding. Okay, I think that's all from me. How you calculate and you know what the you know the analysis it is. Okay, bye. Thank you.
So for the next ratio, which is assets management ratio, so I choose three ratio, which is fixed asset turnover, average collection period, and total assets turnover. So for the first ratio, which is fixed asset turnover, the formula is sales or revenues. We will divide with total fixed asset. For the first company, which is SIME Plantation, for the year 2023, we use the Excel formula, which is equal to sales or revenue in year 2023, and we will divide by the total fixed asset in the year 2023, and we will press enter and we will get the answer. So for the year 2022, we just put the formula like this and we will get the answer. So for the Genting Plantation fixed asset turnover, we will use the same step, which is equal to sales or revenues in year 2023. We will divide by the total fixed asset in the year 2023, and we will repeat the same step and we will just pull this and we will get the answer for the year 2022. So for fixed assets turnover, the higher ratio will determine the ability of a firm in utilizing its non-current asset. For the SIME Plantation, year 2022 is better because it has higher fixed asset turnover. So for the Genting Plantation, year 2022 also is the best fixed asset turnover because it have higher ratio. So we will move on to the next ratio, which is average collection period. So for average collection period, the formula is account receivable divided by credit sales or sales, and we will times with 360 days. So for this ratio, we will use Excel formula also, and we will press equal to. This is the amount of account receivable in year 2023. Before that, I forgot to put a bracket before the amount of account receivable, so we put bracket and then we will divide with credit sales or sales in year 2023, close bracket, and we will divide and we will multiple with 360. So we press enter and we will get the answer and just pull for the year 2022. So we will get the answer. So repeat the same steps for the Genting Plantation, which is equal to bracket account receivable divide by credit sales or sales, close bracket, and multiple with 360. So we get the answer and just pull it here and we get the answer for the year 2022. So for average collection period, this ratio is to measure how quickly cash is collected from the trade debtors. So the higher ratio indicates the better better way to measure how quickly cash is collected from trade debtor. So for the SIME plantation, it shows that here for the year 2022 is better. And for Genting plantation, year 2023 is better in average collection period. So we move on to the next ratio, which is total assets turnover. Total assets turnover, the formula is sales or revenues divided by total asset. So we use the same step. We use equal to sales or revenues here divide by total assets. So we get the answer and just pull it here. We get the answer for the year 2022. Repeat the same steps for Genting plantation. Sales or revenues divide by total assets, enter and pull for the answer for the year 2022. So for total assets turnover, this ratio is to measure the ability of a company in utilizing its overall asset. So the higher turnover ratio means the company is using its asset more efficiently. So as you can see here, for SIME plantation, year 2022 is better. And for Genting plantation, year 2022 also is better than year 2023. So that's all for assets management ratio. Thank you.
Okay, next we will calculate the profitability ratios for some Darby plantations and also Genting plantations. So for some Darby plantations, the first ratio is return on asset. The formula is earning after tax divided by total asset. So how we calculate is for year 2023 is equals earning after tax divided by total asset. We'll get 0.0638 for year 2022 equals earning after tax divided by total asset. We'll get 0.0861. So both years shows a good performance since the ROA is a positive value. However, year 2022 is better because the higher percentage shows that some dairy plantation managed its asset to produce more profits efficiently during the year as compared to the year 2023. Next is net profit margin. The formula is equals earning after tax divided by net sales will get 0.1103 for year 2023. For year 2022 equals earning after tax divided by net sales will get 0.1276. The ratio in 2022 is better because the higher percentage shows that the company makes more net income from each ringgit of sales. The higher the ratio, the more effective a company is at cost control. The next ratio is return on equity. The formula is earning after tax divided by net worth. For year 2023 equals earning after tax divided by net worth. We'll get 0.0996. For year 2022 equals earning after tax divided by net worth. We'll get 0.1411. The year 2022 is better because a higher return indicates that some W plantation efficiently uses the money from shareholders to generate profits and grow the company as compared to 2023. Next is the profitability ratios for Genting plantations. First is return on asset. Using the formula earning after tax divided by total assets. So for year 2023, equals earning after tax divided by total asset, we get 0.0310. Year 2022 equals earning after tax divided by total asset, we'll get 0.0550. Year 2022 is better because the higher percentage shows that the plantation managed its asset to produce more profits efficiently during the year as compared to 2023. Next is net profit margin. The formula is equals earning after tax divided by net sales. We'll get 0.0896. For year 2022 equals earning after tax divided by net sales. We'll get 0.5151. The ratio in 2022 is better because the higher percentage shows that the company makes more net income from each ringgit of sales. The higher the ratio, the more effective a company is at cost control. The last one is return on equity. The formula is earning after tax divided by net worth. So for year 2023 equals earning after tax divided by net worth. We'll get 0.049489. For year 2022 equals earning after tax divided by net worth. we'll get 0.0910. The year 2022 is better because a higher return indicates that Genting Plantation efficiently uses the money from shareholders to generate more profits and grow the company as compared to 2023. Okay, next we will look at the year-to-year change analysis. So first is for SIME DARBY comparative for balance sheet as at 31st December 2023 and 2022. We will calculate the difference amount between year 2023 and 2022 and also the percentage of the difference. Okay, first is non-current asset. The difference is equals year 2023 minus year 2022 equals to 1603128. Next is current asset equals current asset in 2023 minus by current asset 2022. We get negative 379655. For total asset is equals total asset in 2023 minus by 2022. 738328. Equity also equals equity 2023 minus by equity 2022. Total equity 2023 minus by total equity 2022. 1390399. For non-current liabilities equals non-current liability 2023 minus by non-current liability 2022. Current liability 2023 minus by 2022. Total liabilities 2023 minus by 2022. Last one is total equity and liabilities equals year 2023 minus by year 2022. Okay, next we will calculate the difference of percentage for SIME DARBY. The formula is equals open bracket year 2023 divided by year 2022 close bracket multiplied by 100. Same to current asset equals open bracket 2023 divided by 2022 multiplied by 100 equals of open bracket total asset divided by 2023 divided by 2022 close bracket multiplied by 100. Total equity 2023 divided by 2022 close bracket multiplied by 100. Non-current liabilities 2033 divided by 2022 close bracket multiply 100 equals 2023 divided by 2022 multiplied by 100 equals 2023 divided by 2022 close bracket multiplied by 100. And the last one is total equity and liabilities equals open bracket total equity and liability 2023 divided by 2022 multiplied by 100. And next is for Genting Plantations with the same formula, which is for searching for difference on amount is equals non-current asset 2023 minus by 2022 drag, we will get the same to use the same formula equals equity minus by 23 minus 2022 equals next non-current liabilities equals non-current liability 2023 minus by 2022 equals 2, and then we drag. Okay, next is we will search for calculate the difference on percentage equals open bracket non-current asset year 2023 divided by non-current asset 2022 close bracket multiply by 100. Okay, then we'll drag. Same goes to total equity equals the total equity 2033 divided by 2022 close bracket multiplied by 100. Non-current liability equals open bracket divided by 2022 close bracket multiplied by 100. Okay, we'll drag the amount. Okay, so this is the comparative for balance sheets for SIME DARBY and also Genting Plantations. For summary, SIME DARBY showed an increase in non-current asset, equity and total equity while experiencing a decrease in current asset and also liabilities. For Genting Plantation, Genting Plantation also showed an increase in non-current asset and equity with decreases in current asset, total asset and also liabilities. These changes reflect the financial performance and adjustment made by both companies between 2022 and also 2023.
Our group uses Google Sheets for the data visualization because we have put all the data of some DARBY Plantation and Genting Plantation. It is a lot easier to access by all the group members. For liquidity ratios, first of all, make a table of 3 times 3, which the first column is the current ratio with 2022 and 2023. The second column is some DARBY Plantation amount of the current ratio in 2022 and 2023. And the last column is a Genting Plantation amount of the current ratio in 2022 and 2023. Then you have to select all the data. Next, you need to click Insert and then go to the chart. Then you have to change the title text, which is liquidity ratio. Okay. So the chart is completed and the other ratios use the same method to make a data visualization. So this is the current ratio for the liquidity ratio, then net working capital, and then cash ratio chart. Next, this is the leverage ratio that consists total debt ratio chart, debt to equity ratio chart, and equity ratio chart. And the third ratio is asset management ratio that consists of fixed assets turnover chart, average collection period chart, and lastly, total asset turnover. And then last ratio is a profitability ratio that consists return on asset chart, then net profit margin chart, and lastly, return on equity chart. That's all for the data visualization of SIME DARBY and Genting Plantation.
Okay, now I'll be discussing the financial analysis and recommendation for two prominent plantation companies, which is SIME Plantation and then the Genting Plantation. Okay, so we will look for the SIME Plantation. The company should focus on the three key areas to enhance its financial performance. Okay, the first is the increased asset utilization. This involves optimizing production capacity and exploring a new revenue streams to address inefficiency in utilizing asset for the generating sales. And then the second is the improve profitability, implement cost control measures, reduce overhead expenses, and enhance operational efficiency to boost return on asset ROA and net profit margin NPM. And then the third is the continue reducing debt levels. So lowering the debt levels will lead to a lower interest expenses improve credit worthiness, and the overall financial stability. And then we'll look for the Genting plantation here. And so the recommendation is the first is to enhance the profitability, focus on cost optimization, operational efficiency and improvement, and exploring a new revenue sources to address the decline in net profit margin and return on equity (ROE). The next is the managing a working capital. Uh, man, manage a working capital effectively. So ensure sufficient current asset to meet the short-term obligation while minimizing the excess cash holdings. And then third is the improve asset utilization. Generate more sales from existing assets and optimize the usage of the non-current asset to address declining a fixed asset turnover ratio. So we will look for the both recommendation between the side plantation and Genting plantation. uh, of course of course I think the Genting plantation is appears to be more stable and better position for a long-term existence. They have shown the significant decrease in the debt ratio, indicating a reduced reliance on debt financing and improve credit. No. It's indicating reduced reliance on debt financing and improved credit worthiness. Okay, so their increased equity ratio reflects a conservative approach promoting financial stability and sustainability. So despite a slight decrease in the net profit margin in 2023, Genting Plantation has a history of strong profitability, demonstrating efficient assets management and a solid foundation for a long-term growth and resilience. Okay, that's all for the recommendation. Thank you. So as you can see all this slide representation and the reports, I think the reports is compare between a signed plantation and getting plantation in the palm oil industry. In the side DARBY, it reduced its depth, improving its stability. Genting plantation also decreased its depth and showing a conservative approach. So Genting seems more sustainable long term due to a stable finances and less reliant on debt. This emphasizes the importance of financial management and sustainability in the palm oil industry, aligning with the Islamic banking principle. I think that's all from me. Thank you.